Teachers English Country English Victory. Today's Dirty Bertie. Ouch! Oh, I mean bottom story right now. And we can have to start for these chapter 3, and we can up to the end of chapter 4. Okay, and now. One more time, so they're reading about some magic treehouse. Lions at lunchtime. And we can have to start the 40s, chapter 4. Mud bath. And we can up to the end of chapter 5. Okay? And now we can have to start the reading, but listen it carefully, okay? And are you ready to read these 2 books and 2 stories? Here we go! First, we can read Magic Treehouse, Lions at Lunchtime. And chapter 4, Mud Bath. Oh, why does Jack and Annie was have a mud bath, not a water bath? Jack looked over the edge of the riverbank. Annie had fallen into a pool of mud near the water. The thick black mud was up to her chest. I slipped it, she said. It feels like a quicksand. Jack threw down his pack and got on his knees. Be careful, said Annie. Don't slip to it too. Jack pointed to a tangle of old tree roots sticking out of the bank. Grab those, Jack said. And Annie gritted the noose. Too far, she said, gripping hold. I'm sinking. She was sinking. The mud was up to her neck. Hold on! And Jack looked around readily. He saw a fallen tree branch near the bank. He reached to it. He picked up and carried it back to Annie. Only her head and arms stick out of the mud now. And Jack held out branch. Annie grabbed it. Hold tight, said Jack. I'll drain you over the roots. He was sturdy pulling the wrench. I'm still sinking. Annie laughed. The mud was up to her chin. Come on, said Jack. You can do it. I know you can. Try. Just then, Jack heard a splash. He looked up. On another side, the wild river, a wildebeest had jumped into the water. An otter jumped. Then another. They were handed tight, told Jack and Annie. Hold it tight, said Jack, and he pulled it on the stick again. Annie moved it a tiny bit. Hey, Jack, on the moon, it feels like I weighed 10 pounds, said Annie. And in these mud, it feels like a wear I thought. Conceded Annie, said Jack, trying not to slip down the bank. I am. And the little wildebeest was halfway across swimming toward them. Any more wildebeest are jumping into the water? It's now or never, said Jack. He took a deep breath. He pulled really hard. Just then, a shadow passed over them. Jack looked up. Uh-oh, he said. A huge creature circled about overhead. It thinks you're near the end, said Jack. Oh, get out of here, Annie shouted at the creature. I'm fine. Oh, the Annie was very, very, very heavy because of the stick was just falling out, but Annie was very heavy. But the wildebeest was coming to the Jack and Annie. So Jack was think. Annie was the end. But it was not about the end for Magic Treehouse story. Yet very more pages, so Annie will be fine. Embrace a furry, she get a French. She learned the roots. She grappled them. Yes, cried Jack. Pull, pull. Slowly, Jack and Annie pulled themselves. She was covered with black mud from head to toe. And Jack helped her onto the bank, getting mud all over himself. And see, Annie shook his first future. I'm fine. Now beat it. But the giant ugly bird still careened. Come on, let's get away from him, said Jack. He pushed his glasses at the plates. Rats, he said. Now the glasses were muddy. They tried to clean hands and grass. Oh no, cried Annie. And then, what happened? Jack turned into her. The willow-beets was get stuck out of the mud hole. She cried, and she waved her arms, and the willow-beets struggling to swim across the river. Not here, he shouted. Not here! But the front stick simmers kept coming. Oh no. Now, chapter 5. Ha ha! And we're going to start for chapter 5. Ha ha! Tomorrow. And we came up to the end of chapter 6. And now, one more time, start up the reading about it. Some Bertie. Bottom. Now, chapter 3. Bertie clung to the side of the pole, shivering with cold. The lesson had only been going half an hour, but it felt like a lifetime. He had hurriedly draped the side of the loosened trunks. Old Nick zoomed past, flashing him to place. Bertie, the little boys. Oh, Mrs. Boot has spotted him. What are you doing? She said. Mrs. Squirrel, why isn't there Bertie joining in? Good question, said Mrs. Squirrel. Bertie, what do you think you're doing? Nothing, said Bertie. Well, get away from the side. For length, breakstork. I couldn't, murmured Bertie. Why not? My trunks keep falling out. Oh no. No filled excuse, said Mrs. Squirrel. Yes, swimming. Oh, it was very yucky when the swimming trunks fall down. Falling down like these. Oh no, then what happened to Bertie? And he pushed ahead, swam after the rest of class. The second spindle was falling down again. And he could feel him slipping on toes and knees. And he was trying to swimming with one hand while holding it onto the stupid of trunks with another. And it was hard work. She kept thinking Google's great. And gloops of water. Come on, Bertie, come up, said the landslide Patch. And at last he made him for an end of the home of radar rail, rested for a breath. No, old Nick came out of steps. He hurried to Mrs. Squirrel, dripping wet. Miss, ooh, she needed a toilet. He whispered, and Mrs. Squirrel croaked. Can you hang on? No, I've got to go, cried Nick. And jiggling from foot on foot. Oh, very well, said Mrs. Squirrel. And hurry up. Bertie, watch it. Nick powered up the twice changing room, and suddenly he was struck by an idea. He was so simply genius. He had to move fast. fast or it will be too late. Bertie swam to the steps, climbed down. What now? Said Mrs. Squirrel. Miss, I need a toilet. Miss, paid Bertie. Not you as well. You just have to wait till the lesson is over. But I couldn't, said Bertie, dancing up and down. I've got to go. Now, Mrs. Squirrel said happily. Go on then. Make it quick. Bertie pushed on the changing room door, and there was no one about. The store was a boys' toilets, and he was near about old Nick swimming himself on one of the culverts. And then Bertie tipped top over, and he got down on his hands and knees all over the pier under the door, and Nick's 2 white feet dug in the mud there, with a red swimming trunk around his ankles. Nick heard to himself, slowly, gently. Bertie reached his hand on the door. Snatch! He grabbed the red swimming trunks, yanked them off. Ah! Cried Nick, overfilling, falling his toilet. Hey, give them back! He hurled. They're mine. Sorry, Nicholas, replied Bertie. I need them. Nick banged the door. I will tell, he yelled. You give them back, Bertie, or I will tell. And there was no reply. Crossly, no, old Nick, you get old door came out. And Bertie had vanished. Old Dan remembered the soggy pair of the split loaves lying on the floor. And now, chapter 4 right now. And then tomorrow we started for the chapter 4 and the end of chapter. Oh, there was no chapter. It was the end of reading the stories. And these random stories will be read today, or I mean tomorrow. Okay? And now, did it happen? Your most country will become back with some better books. And goodbye, and a book children will see tomorrow. But the Dirty Bertie will be read some another stories. But not bye-bye for these books. Just change the story. And now, Dirty Bertie, ouch, and bottom will be bye-bye for now. And so we've kind of one story will be reading tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And the Magic Tree House, Lions at Lunchtime will see tomorrow. And lots of wildebeest and lions and giraffes and gazelles and zebras will be seen tomorrow again. And some multi Jack and Dandy will be seen tomorrow. And now, these 2 books and 2 story will be seen tomorrow again. One story will be seen tomorrow, and 1 story will be bye-bye, okay? And now, don't forget to jump on my YouTube, and bye, my friend, have a nice day, bye!